A very special edition of Locked On Auburn. I'm Zach Blackerby, joined by Coach Jeff Thorne. Coach, it sounds like you've got. It sounds like you're down here at Auburn tailgating. You got the nice setup, and let's watch some Auburn football.
Absolutely, I can't wait. I've spent the last 4+ years when Payton was, at the other place he was at, not having an opportunity to do these things. I think only one time. His opener of 2021 happened to be a Friday night game at Northwestern. So we got our practice done early that day, and I was able to go and actually tailgate. That was the only time I've been able to do it. So I'm pretty excited and thankful for Bama RV and KZ RV working with us to set us up with a pretty cool tailgating experience.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like you've got a great setup going on. All right. So you've been in coaching for a long time. What's going through Coach Freeze's mind as they prepare for UMass this weekend? Oh, yeah, and half of the roster wasn't on the team 365 days ago.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't deal with that all that much at the Division III level at North Central College. But last year at Western Michigan, I did get a little bit of a taste of dealing with the transfer portal and, all the players coming and going. We didn't have a lot that went, but you're bringing new guys in and you're trying to get them assimilated with the rest of the group. So it's a challenge. And I can't imagine when you've got as many new faces as what Coach Freeze has this year, how difficult that task is trying to get them all up to speed, learn the offense, learn the defense. Yeah. So I'm sure there's a little bit of anxiety that goes along with that. But, from everything I'm hearing, they're incredibly well prepared and excited. I can't wait to watch it. And I'm sure he's ready to get that first one under his belt.
Sure. Yeah. 2 new coordinators. I mean, this team, this roster, they had to learn a lot of information over the course of spring, summer, and fall. Is there ever a point in the preseason, Coach, where you're like, okay, I feel like we've done enough. I feel like we're ready. I can't imagine they ever feel that before kickoff. Am I right on that?
As a coach, I don't think you ever feel that way.
Right.
There's always something you feel like, did I get everything? I feel like I missed something. And, thankful in my time as a head coach, I had such great assistant coaches that I didn't have to worry too much about that. I just knew that those guys were going to get their job done, and they did. Yeah. But doesn't change the fact that that night before the game or a couple nights prior, you're always feeling like there's what did we miss?
Yeah, right. So offenses. That appears to be your side of the ball, your specialty. Mm-hmm. What do you see in a Hugh Freeze offense and a Philip Montgomery offense? We've been told they're going to kind of merge. What do you anticipate that looking like?
Well, I'm excited to watch it. That was something that was super appealing to Payton and me as well. Sure. Being an offensive mind and a quarterback guy, it's just exciting to have that many eyes dedicated to the quarterback position. In terms of the offense specifically, thinking back to Coach Montgomery's days at Baylor, at Houston, kind of the people that he's been around and called offenses for, I just think explosive plays and opportunities and Coach Freeze with his tempo and all the different ways he's able to attack defenses. And I've heard, some of the comments Coach Freeze has made and Don Brown with his defense at UMass with their trap coverages. There's things that you can get caught in with your pants down if you're not careful. Mm-hmm. But just overall over the course of the season, I can't wait to watch it all unfold. They're great play callers. They put their players in great positions, always have. And I think we'll see a lot of big-time plays from the offense this year, especially when you start talking about what they've done up front with the offensive linemen. I mean, it's a really impressive group. That was the thing when we came and visited. I was really impressed. We watched some of the spring stuff, and I just couldn't stop watching the 5 guys with their hands in the ground and what they were doing from an athletic standpoint and then just moving bodies. So I think that run game is going to be really, really strong this year. I'm excited for that. And, can't wait to watch it all unfold tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. And your comments on the offensive line, I think you're going to have some Auburn fans ready to run through a wall. We've been waiting to hear that for a long time. All right, tell us more about the RV. Tell us more about the tailgate situation, because you guys, the Thorne family, you guys are not playing around right now.
No, I mean, we're really fortunate. We had Dave Chavers at Bama RV has been absolutely fantastic. We connected several months ago, and right away there was a connection, just in terms of, thought process and philosophy, life philosophy. So
Sure.
His son is a sophomore here. I got to meet him yesterday. Originally from up north by me, he's from Michigan, we're Illinois, but nevertheless, we just thought this might be a great opportunity, and he was willing to work with us. So we've got this big old 2-bedroom, 2-bath RV, 5th-wheel trailer that's sitting here, and it'll give me our family an opportunity to be here for a couple nights, 2-3 nights every home game.
That's awesome.
And can't wait to meet a bunch of people here and just have my friends and family down. My parents and my in-laws are going to make it down tonight. So really grateful to Bama RV and KZ RV as well for really working with Bama to make this thing happen.
Coach, I'm curious when we do this segment in a few weeks to get your thoughts on what you think the level of Auburn tailgating is compared to other stops, because it's pretty crazy. I mean, it's a different thing down here in the SEC. I'm sure you've been told that a million times.
It's all I've been told. And here's the crazy thing, Zach. I've never seen an SEC game live.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the first chance I'm going to see, Payton having an opportunity to play out there. But I'm so excited to be a part of this thing. I'm not missing a game. I've missed too many already. Sure. And again, that's a huge part of Dave and his generosity, understanding that this is a first for our family. I've only been able to be with my wife for 4 years was getting the games and getting my daughters there and coordinating everything while I was, doing the little kid thing and playing coach. So I'm excited to be a part of it with her and have an opportunity to help her out and be a husband and a father.
No, I imagine it's going to be a pretty cool year for you then. That's awesome, man. I'm happy for you and your family. I'm going to ask you to put the coach's hat back on just for a second, though.
Sure.
Auburn's roster is significantly better than UMass's. I don't think there's any that's not a crazy take. I don't know if anybody on UMass's team would start at Auburn.
Mm-hmm.
From a coaching standpoint, what's the message to this team to say, hey, you've still got to take care of business. You can have a great chance to make a statement. You only get one chance to make a first impression for this season. What's the messaging? How do you get this team fired up, dialed in?
Yeah, I think the approach we always took was just, regardless of who you're playing, it's not about them, it's about us. And it's about how we execute. And, we have a standard, I know there's a standard here at Auburn, and you're measuring yourself against that standard on a week in and week out basis. And if you treat every week like you're about to play the best team in the country, you're going to have a better chance at being prepared at that level for when that day comes. It's not the first time you've done it. So, just the messaging that we always use was, hey, prepare like we're playing the best team in the country, and let's go out and execute and measure ourselves against, our standard and see where we finish up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Jeff Thorne, Coach Thorne, thank you so much for your time. And let's do this again in a few weeks when you're back in town for the Samford game.
Sounds good. I appreciate it, Zach.